Welcome to Mango Bay News.
No, Mango Bay live streaming. This is going out live to everybody who's on the Patreon. If you're not on the Patreon, get on the Patreon. You can get these takes hot as they're coming out the oven. Otherwise, you can just watch it later in the week. Thank you guys on Patreon for joining us. Let's kick it off, dude.
Let's do
Been
it.
watching the Knicks?
Yeah, bro. So the Knicks are losing.
Okay.
Badly.
Okay, but we have to talk about the beginning of this, right? The ominous thing. Game 1. Pacers.
Right.
Okay, and I'm not even a basketball guy. I will watch anything in the playoffs
right,
pretty
right. It's
much,
fun.
right? In any sport. It's after a show. We're all out there at the bar after the show watching the game. The Knicks are up 14. By 14 points, they're up.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter. It should be done. 5 minutes left. 14 points up. Just immediately start draining.
Nembhard gets hard.
Nembhard gets hard. Okay, yes.
That's the story. Nembhard got hard.
Never before had I ever seen anything like that.
It was wild, dude. It was wild.
You know,
it was wild.
It's like losing an erection right before you're about to come,
dude. With a porn star.
And then, dude, they had a buzzer beater moment.
Yeah,
where this guy sank it too. It was going to be a 3.
And then, so it hit the rim, goes up 6 feet in the air.
I know.
And this is a guy. First of all,
Disney could not have done that better.
It was straight up Disney Channel original movie. Pacers trying to get out the cornfield with this one.
I mean, they're going to win.
I think they're going to win.
They're going to win. They're up
brutal,
3 games to 1.
Pacers, again, it's like a kind of like this guy Halliburton who made the last 3 or 2.
Yeah.
He was voted most overrated player by fans, like right before the playoffs.
Okay, what's up with the black guy named Halliburton?
I don't know.
I just got to ask that question.
I don't know.
Okay,
dude. And look at
the
him,
biggest
dude.
financial scandal of the 20th century. Halliburton.
Dude, Urkel would look at this guy and be like, you can't sit at this table.
Well,
dude,
it's just
this
like,
guy is lame.
like who was Halliburton, right? Like, I understand initially black people were taking names, right? After liberation, Jefferson, Washington, but who's like Halliburton?
He's also pretty light skinned, bro.
Okay,
fair, I mean, look at him. Look
I'm
at
not even
him.
trying to get too into this.
You know, he looks like Shock G. You know,
true.
He's just corny. Because now basketball players are no longer from the hood, bro.
I know.
You got to go to like an academy at 2.
And there's been like a white resurgence in basketball.
Yeah,
Everyone's like,
yeah,
the
yeah,
Serbians, they're white,
Dude,
technically.
These Eastern Europeans have stopped being the guy who holds the briefcase in drug money deals.
Yeah.
They're playing basketball now.
Dude, they're killing it at basketball.
You better watch out for Dagestan if they fucking find a basketball up there. They're going to start killing people on the paint. Dude, I mean, it's always been known that Eastern Europeans are amazing at like physical shit. And they're like Luka Doncic, Slovenian.
Jokic.
Serbian. All the best players, the last 6 MVPs are not from America.
That's crazy.
That's how crazy
We're
it
losing, dude. We're losing big.
We're not in.
It's like we're not in.
We're not in.
Dude, Knickerbocker. You know what a Knickerbocker is?
It's like an old school term for like the F word for.
So listen, here's what I found fascinating. I was like, what is a Knickerbocker? Okay. It sounds weirdly racially coded as is. Then I went and looked it up. Knickers, we know knickers, they're pants, but knickers are actually baggy pants. And a Knickerbocker is one who wears baggy pants.
Okay.
So it sounds like an old-timey racial slur for black people.
I'm not going to let's ease up on the pronunciation. It's a Knickerbocker. That's what I call it. I call it a Knickerbocker. Dude, I mean, dude, Knicks is always interesting, bro, because when they're losing, it's one of those things where like it's not every city has this, that when their team loses, people die actually in the city. More crime happens when the Knicks lose.
It's almost as bad as Philadelphia.
Philadelphia's even worse.
In Philadelphia, if you win, people are dying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, win, lose, draw, it doesn't matter. Someone's going to die.
Philadelphia needs to tie every game if they're going to have anyone alive in that state. But like Pacers can lose and they're going back to their attractor. They're fine. Yes. They have other things.
They're like, they're well done, boys.
Well done, boys.
You played your hearts out.
Remember Larry Bird?
See you in church.
You know, they're still reminiscing on Larry Bird back in the 70s. But when Knicks fans get angry, I mean, you've seen that picture. Have you seen that video? Yeah. There's a Pacers fan walking, and they pour trash on him.
Yes, dude. I mean, listen, New York fans are really gnarly. I remember when I saw a Mets game a while ago. This is many years ago. They were in the playoffs. It was against the Cardinals or something. I went with a Cardinals fan, right? And it was playoff tickets. It was like it was late in the series. Great game. You know, we wore the Cardinals going in. Hurled the worst kind of abuse imaginable. It felt like, you know, the perp walk when you're first walking into prison and everyone's threatening to rape you. You know, one guy busted a capillary in his forehead, calling us cunts. He was like, "Cunt!" Busted a capillary.
Here's the thing.
Went to the bathroom to get pissed during a game. They're like, "Hey, it's Cardinal fan. We should piss on them, guys." After the game, though, the Cardinals won. Kids crying.
Yeah.
Mets on Mets violence. They're fucking fighting each other.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Dude, you want to hate on it all you want. When I went to game 4 of the Boston Celtics and the Knicks won, walked out into the Madison Square Garden area, there was a camera on me, and I was like, yo, fuck Boston, yeah? Dude, I looked down, I was wearing Tim's. I wasn't even, we're going to keep it moving. Next story, guys, live on the Patreon.
Live on the Patreon, get on it.